Hello everyone. In this module, we will actually compare the US education system with countries like Korea or India, which are, and China, of course. I mean, we've been talking about China in other modules a lot. But these are the main countries where which are sending foreign students to US. So let's start with Korea. In Korean schools, actually, you can do Google search and you can find a lot more. Um, their education system, they basically, the number of school hours are extremely high. I mean, kids sometimes they are working on their school work for 16 17 hours a day, and sometimes even more, and based on what this article is telling us. And they go to schools on Saturdays as well. The whole system is basically geared towards um, testing them over and over on challenging, difficult problems, trying to find more, grilling them basically uh, for on the questions at the back of the textbooks. And these kids, 86%, or I mean, actually very high percentage of Korean kids, 86% in elementary school, they are taking private tutorings. Teachers are actually, it says that teachers are as high as God. Unlike in this country, in US, where teachers don't get much respect in the classroom, especially in high school, they do not get, very little respect from students. Um, and these kids do wear uniform, not like our schools where, students are basically spending way too much time on fashion, how they can look good in front of their peers. It's very different approach, and these schools, the teachers are actually very qualified. They are unlike, again, our school system. Um, the student to teacher ratio is not as high, and it's actually the society. I think their literacy rate is almost 100%. There is so much pressure in the Korean society to send their children to good universities, and we'll go over that as well in a little bit. The kids are responsible for their cleaning of their classrooms. This article talks about the stress from the homework. They cannot keep up. We also try to look for in other countries how many hours kids are spending in the school. Some countries like Russia, the numbers were very low. But in US, even though they are spending more time, but still the compared to the European counterparts. But it seems like in their education system, they encourage, they give focus more on projects than actually just teaching them. Here, the attitude is, okay, this is my job. That's what I was told to do. Beyond that, it's someone else's problem. This again, this article talks about the number of hours these kids in South Korea, they get to sleep very little. And then these schools hardly have any options for extracurricular activities or playgrounds. I mean, these are, countries are actually, the population density is very high, so the school buildings are much smaller than the school buildings in US. So it's that's it. Students are basically, they even have these called nunupis and hagwons in South Korea, where they even have provide opportunities for students to take a nap, and sometimes even the dinners are also served in the school because they're coming home so late. And then this talks about how our comparison of US versus the classroom time in other countries. In Russia, as you can see, kids are only spending like 470 hours in school versus around 1,000 hours in United States. You can read more about it. This I took it from Pew Research Center, their website. As you can see the address on the top. Then let's go to India. The capital of India, New Delhi. The population, it's like 25 million. So let's see here. They call this a New Delhi metropolitan area, but proper Delhi population might be around 19 million. And the square footage is only like 500 some 37 million. So you can you get an idea how densely packed these places are. The population density, let's look at it. This website says okay, 29,259 people for every square mile in city of New Delhi. And then the schools again are, they basically are just buildings packed with students. Um, Rich people, of course, they are able to send their kids to private schools, but we will talk about